works. I make another boxing analogy. I've had great boxing coaches that taught me this. By the way, they call this Latino style or European style. Okay. Most Americans don't do this, but in Europe it's very common. In Europe they call this American style. And who knows if I Mirko Prokop, you want to know him? Yeah. I was his coach, I lived in Croatia, so he punches like American style. And I said, well, why do you do that? You're like the only European. He said Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier. I was like, okay, I agree with you. You don't have to argue too much more. Look, what's better? Well, I know world champions do both. Fedor Emelianenko punches like this. It's a pretty good way to punch with your thumb sticking out of love. That's why. Okay? This way. Russians do that. The guy I fought, Lucius Sakharov from Italy, he punches like this. But only far. So what works best? Well, I can point to a world champion that does each of these things. So there's no such thing as the best, is subjective, personal best. Any questions today about I'm here to answer. Yeah, what's up?
When you deal with the thing down to the side, is it limit your options so that it turns into a footlock versus a heel? Or you still have both options?
It depends on how far you shrug your shoulders. But what it does, it kind of does limit your options. It makes a stronger footlock, but it's harder to recover from this. I can't sit up this as easy. I can't pass your foot over as easy. I can't pass your guard as easy. You could probably sit on top of me if it was a fight and kick me, you know. I know it sounds bad. I always think about these kind of things. I get this in my head just from my career as a fighter. Okay, these things like just always thinking about. So everything has its strength and weakness. There's certain situations that it's more like a dead end, but it's a very powerful dead end. And other ones are like, it's not a dead end, I have many options. That's why we started with the more open, right? Go either way. I can pass, I can let go of the foot. So you end up with falling to the side with that foot of the thigh. That's the key. It's harder to release this and go to a second position willingly. But being on the foot or the ankle is more how far you shrug your shoulder. Okay? Other questions? Yeah.
When you have you throw your leg over and put it on his hip, is that leg vulnerable to something that you should be watching out for?
The one that's on the hip?
Yeah, the one that's on the hip, the same side as your.
Yeah, so watch this. If Jocko got meaty, let's say, and before he fell, he put his foot too far over, it's a suicide, like heel, suicide, okay? Some people also look at this ear. That's pretty bad for your knee. It's not really good for your knee. So things like this is like should get like a hand, it's almost like grip the ribs. So it's hard to get in there. And I don't have much time really. I don't have like 10, 20 seconds to do this. But if your foot's sticking out like that, it's kind of easy to go here and grab. Some people like that will jack up your knees. So just be aware that's something you want to learn, but you don't want to happen too often. Okay. If they went over here, that's the bigger mistake. I'll grab the heel, and it's self-evident what's going to happen. So yes, but for this one, it's kind of hard to screw up because you fall to your side, put your foot here. So that's actually kind of why I showed it, because it's a very effective and a fundamentally sound move that it's kind of hard to screw up. Put pressure here. No, so Jocko's like, he get a little fired up now, so I got to put a pressure.
You show a movement and I made a little adjustment.
Yeah, okay. All right. By the way, watch this. There is a possibility, even though Jocko's not going to fall for it, where I can go here. This is called a corkscrew. Bad for your foot. There's all kinds of exceptions, but generally speaking, this angle, where he's falling, it's kind of hard to mess up, okay?
Why don't you like this here with the first?
Because I can just jump over. That's why. That's why we did that on purpose. That's the key, okay? And what we're doing right, this is why. Now, a lot of people teach this. They fall that way, but they don't realize the reason people started falling to the side was to stop the mount. That's the reason. Now people don't. They have a whole different way. So that's why pushing this down, it's going to escape that at a high percentage. You can still do this if this person's not up to spec on the escapes. Okay, so it's fine. By the way, this foot. So it's my hip actually. It's drawing the hip. Okay, good job. Make sense? Any other questions?
So you're looking at the heel hooks, and you're experiencing follow up on footlock. So you consider footlock just for a higher percentage, not mutually exclusive from heel hooks?
There's more diversity with footlocks than there are with heel hooks. Heel hooks are a little more of a final destination. And if I don't get a heel hook, somehow I will transfer out of that and transition into a guard pass or something. It's just that I can play around a lot more straight footlocks. Jocko knows very well this. What hurts worse? A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. Jocko knows what that means. It means I'll get his foot and try 8 different directions and see which one is more evidently painful. And we can play around with that. Heel hooks, I can't do that so much. It would not be smart to do that with heel hooks. That's what I mean.
Also, I'll say this. Heel hooks and footlocks is like triangle arm lock. That they work together. And when somebody starts to turn to escape one of them, they're exposing the other one. And so it's just like triangle arm lock. Triangle arm lock, omoplata, right? There's like all these things mixed together. Well, yeah, I mean, if I go for a straight foot lock on Dean, and he's not tapping, and he starts to turn, oh, he's turning there, cool, there's a heel hook. And then he adjusts, go back, oh, now go back to straight foot lock. Just back and forth, so.
And also, it's not me being PC, but if there was such a thing as PC in grappling, we would be emphasizing not to injure your training partners. And the straight foot lock is so much more safe. And you can develop the positioning, the distance, and the angles with the straight foot lock. You don't need to go straight to the heel hook. That's what I'm saying. Because you can actually put pressure on the straight foot lock and make your friend or whatever tap. And I would save the heel hook for more like Abu Dhabi or a fight. I would say that more. Now, in training, I'll get someone in and let go of it. I've had people go, like, I can tell they think that they escaped it. I'm like, it's fine, no big deal. They can think that all they want. And maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Probably I'm not. I might be wrong. Okay, maybe they actually escaped. Or I let them escape because I don't want to hurt them. I literally don't want to hurt them. I don't want to get that reputation. And I think I don't have that reputation yet. There are submissions I've held on for a reason because the guy is trying to damage me and I want the match to be over as soon as, so actually helping him out actually, okay? But I let go right away in tournaments. So with your bros, be very careful. A straight foot, I'm not saying go bonanza on someone's foot with a straight foot, but you can actually make them tap with a straight foot. That's my point. On Kimura, I've had before, Jocko was like, Jocko, you let me out of that Kimura a little early, start with an arm lock. He'll be like, okay. In Jocko's mind, that's just a second chance to submit me, so it's not like a big deal. He'll start with that fine. And a straight arm lock, you can make him tap. A Kimura, you can do that. Just, you know, if I resist, still trying to get a pop in the shoulder, it's more dangerous than a pop in the elbow. So just looking at what is safer. That's why I say it's a combination, primarily in the PC. Okay? Other questions?
Yeah, question. What if you train in schools and they're teaching heel hooks to white belts? Like out of the gate.
Is it like, are these Marines that are going to Afghanistan tomorrow? Well, then I said, that's fine. You've got the boot is twisted or whatever. By the way, heel hooks with shoes on, that's a nightmare. Just, you know, it makes it way worse. Personal problem I have is, guys, it's a weird problem. People put Vaseline on their feet when they face me. Might be a problem I have. Okay? So heel hooks really work, except people have their ways to make it harder. Okay? I think that I wouldn't agree with that specifically. But I've seen gyms. You saw that video in Brazil where and I've seen it happen in Russia too, where they step guys and they'll actually, you know, hit you in the face 50 times hard to see if you quit. Which that should happen in sparring by itself. You don't really need to like, hey, let's get hit and head more on purpose. This is my opinion. So it's just, you know, what do you want to be attached to? Is that your gym? Yeah. I mean, are they more like
No, but I mean, like, you know, I've been doing this a long time. Like, you don't teach white belts heel hooks.
It's like teaching first day in high school wrestling is a body slam. You don't
Even
do that.
though you tell them not to go hard, they don't have the instinct not to.
I'd have to see I don't want to criticize another black belt or something, but I generally wouldn't agree with that. But I'd have to see the situation at the time. But I understand what you're saying. I wouldn't typically endorse that type of thing. That's just off the limited information.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So,
What was like one of your toughest competitors to fly?
I'm very fortunate to say I've faced the absolute best in the damn world, and from different generations. 2003, I had a good day. I won the absolute division. I had Cacareco, I had Pejipano, I had Salo Ribeiro, I had some real tough guys. And then 8 years later, I came back and I won again with a whole new crop of new guys. You know, Rodolfo Vieira, João Assis. So, I don't know, all these guys I mentioned are just, in their own right, they're the best in the world. I had a match against the guy Tarsis Humphreys. I had a match against Demeshi Abdu, which is, there's like 3 cyborgs, by the way. The last name Abdu, there's 3 of them. So I faced one of those guys. Oh man, from the USA, from all around the world, world's a big place. Tough guys all, I can't say. I guess they're all good in their own way. All right, so hopefully little stuff, some things we did today make some sense. And I will say it again, it's not like this is the thing that will work all the time. There's always be someone that has figured something out, or they have a style that works good against what I showed today. And hopefully you can find, I'm sure with patience, you will find your own best way of doing this. And I never said I'm a footlock specialist. But if you do not know leg locks, your style is suffering, okay? No last questions?
Yeah, I got a question. You keep saying I'm not a footlock specialist, which is wrong actually. But I think what you're saying is footlocks is not the primary thing of your game. It's not what you rely on, which is the truth. Because you're good at everything else, but to say you're not a specialist in footlocks is not true.